That is actually the only thing one of the only things you can pull up on Ron Paul. There's probably something somewhere hidden, but he didn't talk too much and he talked vaguely sometimes. So it's really hard to pull up stuff on him. Like I said, I think they're just puppets, so I don't think they're really, even if they are those people, they're in play for that, for the reason of deceiving you. They're, with intelligence and information, they're there to just distract you so much from, seemingly from the ones trying to deceive you. Like Trump plays into the media, where the fake media is doing all these hit pieces on him. Like that he's going to do something about the fake media. No, he's not. He's just using those dog whistle terms to dog whistle people who are starting to wake up and worshiping him. Now, who's that? Well, Snowden kind of ties into libertarians, right? Because you have these two people, Glenn Greenwald and Snowden. Glenn Greenwald basically handled it. Now, I went back. You go back and I did a video, I believe, talking about Glenn Greenwald was the lawyer of COTC Matt Hale. And I thought that was kind of odd because he obviously got his start in fame there. And that situation seemed really weird. But we're already able to prove right now that Nazi era, alt-right Nazis are the Jews. We're already able to prove that. They mustn't have admitted it, but just Trump's family is the alt-right leaders. So is Alex Jones. And then you have a pedophile site for the undercover ones who say they're the real alt-right, and they're definitely telling you to worship Trump and all that. So, him tying back to the old Nazis in any way at all links, brings up obvious thoughts like maybe I should have, maybe that's exactly what was going on with the old Nazis. Well, they're being ran by the same people, definitely handled by him in court. With the Snowden deception, that tied into the libertarian era. This is kind of like a little deception they put out. It's like, it worked. And in action, it worked by stopping libertarians to think about Ron Paul. And then when that was over, they could bring in a new idea called the alt-right. So I consider it part of this, because this was like the filler news between Ron Paul, whatever year it was, 2012 or whatever, and Trump 2016. It was like filler news, but they were the same people being supported by the same media outlets, being supported by the libertarians. You involve Anon into this stuff, and Anon is exactly what it is. Anyone can post anything. It's nothing. The TV told you, literally told you, anonymous people are the heroes, and you got to listen to every word they say. They're so truthful. So everyone's like, yeah, anonymous, yeah. And everyone's like, oh, I'm anonymous. And it's like, so which one of you is running these fake websites? The government. Oh, yeah, it's the most anon people in America, the government. The agents all over the web. The agents on my channel, the agents on your channel. Agents on your Facebook page. But we just lightly discuss this. You seen this picture? Who is that? That's Snowden's girl. They, when they brought this out, to prevent you from thinking, who is Snowden? They brought out nude pictures of his girlfriend, which my other video, which I have not uploaded on this channel, but I have it on another, about Trump sluts. I mentioned how they leak nude photos. Like, there is no such thing as a leaked nude photo. The media is leaking them to you. The media is telling you to go look at them. You wouldn't know any other way. They weren't leaked. You didn't care about it. They leaked. So they leaked nude pictures of her instantly to make you stop thinking, anything about him. He must be a good guy because there are these tits on the internet. Well, there might not be any tits. You know, there is a. See what I said in the other video about the transgender stuff? Um, they leak. Usually, I do use the word tits because that's usually what they're focusing on, like info bimbos. Alex Jones says big tit bimbos. Purposely, tits bigger in your head, so you look at the tits and forget about anything else, like what they're saying. So, this person that Snowden was dating, now, they leaked nude photos of this person. So I would hate to see those. But I'm sure a lot of you did. They probably forced it down your throat and you're like, yeah, information babes. In fact, I may have seen him, but I definitely didn't store him in this phone. Okay, so yeah, let's stop looking at tits and stuff. And let's move on to the next part. See, they use the tits to put you to sleep doing this. Now, when they finally came up with the movie, the cast, it's like mostly Jews in the top. You got at least 3 proven Jews, I believe. When we looked into those were 3. That's Jew name, that's Jew face. And I believe I got my information from elsewhere. So, and this guy, we might as well write him off. But then again, like I said, there's the political puppets in place. The political puppets, I believe, are often just them, just trying to act like not them as best as they can. And plus, he's from Russia, so you can't really trust that he's not one of them. It's like saying he's from Israel or New York. So, and then this dude, probably not, Matt Gaskill. That's kind of a weird name there if you say it the wrong way. Maybe it is one of those fabricated names, but for the sake of looks, let's say he's not one of them by his looks. He's got, country redneck type look, which Jews are not known for having. So, we're left with Snowden. And just the top 5, like, the thing is they had, like, the movie class of this, I believe, was like a bunch of black Jews or something in the production, and somewhere involved in the production, and it's like, what? What? What's going on? I believe that was the film. But anyways, at least we got right here. When you look at IMDb or Wiki or Google, this is the top list of the cast that they choose to take. And that's mostly Jews in the deception. And again, I'm involving that in the libertarian deception. Because I believe he's part of that. I believe, I'm not sure if he ever said, hey, I'm a libertarian, but that was like, their idea. That was like their hero. They had it like a hero. There's Anonymous, which was like an unseen hero, and they brought him out like he was a real person. So, at the end of the day, you do more research than what I've done here, and you'll pretty much come back to the same conclusion because it is. I mean, that's how I got there. But it's not just by assuming. But at this point, you might as well just assume stuff like this. He's like, this is Paul Ryan. The reason I got involved in public service is Ayn Rand. So you just assume, yeah, there he's wearing the blue. He's a Zionist. He's a Zionist. I bet you he is. Who knows? Who cares? Don't pay attention to these people. That won't get you anywhere. Just learn about their lies and then move on and stop wasting time learning that they're lying. Because you're just going to keep learning that they're lying. That's not going to help you any. So here he is speaking at 2005 Atlas Society event. So he's in love with the Zionist Jews. Here is someone who's attacked me. This is their self bragging. Blah blah blah. They attack me. Milton Friedman, Ayn Rand, Murray Rothbard, and many great authors of Austrian economics were Jewish too. So I guess anarcho-capitalism, the antithesis of communism, is a big Jewish conspiracy also. LOL. You're just as stupid as Antifa. I would be surprised if of you weren't secretly the same group trying to stir up shit for the sake of stirring up shit. Okay, well, he's on point there, isn't he? I'm Antifa. So I'm the Jews. I kind of was when I was little, and I was listening to Jews telling me it was all white people. So he's kind of right there, but he's failing to mention that it's Sam Levin, Jewish family, owns the media. He says I look like my parents are father and daughter, but that's besides the point. But he's a Jew, and Darylyn and Howard Stern. Just take a look at those people and tell me that they don't all look the same, much more than any of us. But it's just filled with bullshit and knowledge. Milton Friedman, he's naming people even I wasn't going to name. That's why I put this comment in here. Ayn Rand, I labeled that as their God, wrote their Bible. Murray Rothbard, and many, he says, and many. So you can look into those other people if you want. There's more than that. And hopefully this video didn't get too long and drawn out. It makes me have to post 2 videos this time. Alright? And if I missed something, I'll cover it again another time. You guys have a good one.